What's going on, guys? Dustin with Costly Hobby here, and today I'm really excited to be starting a new to you project in the 1966 Lincoln Continental. Check it out. Alright, you might have seen it in the background of some of the Galaxy videos I've already uploaded. Go check those out, by the way. But because it hasn't had a proper introduction, here's a little background on the car. This is a 1966 Lincoln two-door, which I honestly didn't even know they made until I bought this. Under the hood, it's powered by a giant 462 big block, bolted up to an I don't even know what transmission, because I have yet to find out if this thing runs or drives, and I honestly don't know much about the car. Truth is, I bought it about 2 years ago in the dead of winter when it was about negative 20 degrees outside and covered in 2 feet of snow. So I just kind of winched it onto the trailer, brought it home, unloaded it in the shop, and it's really just sat here ever since. Now right now you can see it's in bare metal, but when I bought it, it was actually in primer and covered in about 1.5 inches of Bondo on every square inch of the car. I'll put a picture right here somewhere. As we brought it down to bare metal, we came to some surprises. You can see the really shoddy metal work that was done here. And then up here on the passenger side fender, you can see that this entire section above the wheel well has really seen better days. Now, because of the condition of the metal, the fact I can't get reproduction panels for it, and the floors are just non-existent in this thing, I think I'm actually just gonna leave it in bare metal and find a way to really accentuate its style. Maybe go the Mad Max route or like a bare metal hot rod or something. I'm not completely sure yet. However, I have already started on the front fender of this car. You might have noticed it's a little bit more shiny. I actually went and got a metal conditioning tool off of Amazon, which I'll leave a link in the description so that you guys can see what I'm talking about.
What's going on, guys? Dustin with Costly Hobby.
I'm not a big fan of all the tool marks that are on it. It just looks shoddy. And then it's still got a bunch of body filler marks that I couldn't get with the grinding wheel and everything. So my goal for this video was originally just to do a really quick intro of the car because it's been sitting in the background for so long and a lot of people have asked me about it. But I actually don't know a lot about the car, and I think I'm only at like 2 minutes of runtime, and that's just me talking, which is boring. So I'm actually gonna take it a bit of a step further and use this as an opportunity to show you the conditioning tool in action and get the rest of the bare metal completely smoothed out, all those tool marks taken care of, and finally see this thing in the bare metal skin that I've been dreaming of for like 2 years now. Let's go. All right, guys, I've got my goggles on, I've got my earplugs in for safety, and I've got my camera rig bra going on so I can give you a little bit of that POV action. And together we're gonna get started on this corner right here. You can see how rough it is. That metal conditioning tool is gonna do absolute wonders for it, and you're gonna get a direct experience on how well it performs. Let's go. All right, guys, check it out. This is the Vevor cheap Amazon special metal conditioning tool. I've got a fresh wheel on there. One of these wheels already did about 1/3 of the car. So I'm gonna show you what one of these things is gonna do to that really rough metal right there. Look at how coarse and just tooled up that is. We're just gonna give this a really quick. And that's a really fast job, but it's already, you can see the immediate difference, okay? So I'm just gonna go ahead and do the rest of this, get going on it, and actually here, I'll show you. I've already done the trunk, and the trunk looked just like that over there. Look at how nice and smooth that is now. And that's after sitting for a little while, and I spilled some wine on it, and it's really, really nice. So I'm gonna set the camera up probably somewhere up front, and we'll get started on the rest of the car. Now I realize I might sound like a bit of a broken record here, but you can see this side is with the burnishing wheel, and this side is just raw stripped with a poly disc. You can still see all the Bondo marks that I missed, all the scratches from the grinding discs. Look at that difference. That's just amazing. I highly recommend these things. It's probably one of my favorite tools. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that to the rest of the car really quick. You can already see I'm making really good progress on the side here. On this side, it was already done. So now I've just got a bit of the hood left and some of the roof, and then we'll be good to go. All right, guys, I am officially done for the most part on getting the rest of the metal completely conditioned, and I'll be honest, I love it. It looks really, really nice. So I'm gonna give you a quick walk around and you can see how good that metal conditioner actually performed. Check it out. So you can see how absolutely shiny that is, even on the edge here. And I actually forgot to mention that this entire side, I didn't experiment on kind of which thing was gonna take it down to bare metal better. So every surface of the car was done with a poly disc, except for this whole edge was actually done with a 40 grit flap disc like a year ago. So even though it had quite a bit more tooling in it, that burnishing disc still did a really good job in taking it down and making it shiny like the rest of the car. So there are a couple of little spots that I still got to get to that were just too in a seam for me to get, but I can go back with like a media blaster or something and get that sorted out. But for the most part, it looks absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Doesn't that just look beautiful? I'm in love.
I'm in love.
You can use a wool pad and you can go over this with metal polish and just make it like a mirror surface. It'll be no problem at all. But I don't think that's what we're gonna do. I have another idea for another video that's gonna come a little bit later on what we're gonna do with it, because I haven't seen it done like this on YouTube before. There are a couple of other versions, but I'm gonna keep it a secret for the moment. But subscribe to the channel, check it out, and you can see what I do with it later on. All right, guys, I think that's gonna do it for this video. I know it was a little bit shorter than my other content, but I really just wanted to introduce you to the next project on the list here and also give you a bit of an insight on that really cool tool that I think everybody should add to their arsenal, because look at this thing. You saw it, and honestly, that only took maybe an hour to go over the entire thing. You could go over it with an even finer grit burnishing wheel, and it'll come out even more polished, which is really cool. But I think I'm gonna leave it like this, because again, I like that little bit of an aggressive look, and it kind of accentuates the damage in the metal and the rust spots and everything like that. But it doesn't make it too shiny that it's gonna bring it out and just make it look, you know, kind of shoddy. So I'm gonna leave it there for now. But again, if you like car content and hot rod culture, then subscribe to the channel, drop a comment below on what you think of the video and my other content as well. Give it a like and share it with some other people that you think would enjoy this content as well. This is a brand new channel and I really wanna see how far I can take it. So anyone else watching this video really helps, and I would love it if you guys could help spread it out there. So yeah, go give it a like, give it a share, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See you later.